In the sleepy little town of Meadowbrook, where time moved slowly and nothing extraordinary ever happened, there lived a girl who didn't seem to belong to the world at all. Her name was Elena, but most didn't know that. To them, she was just the ghost. She arrived in town without warning at the age of 10, placed in the local school without an explanation. And from the moment she walked in, pale, thin, with sunken eyes and a long, faded blue dress, it was as if she wasn't really there. She never spoke, not a single word, not even when called upon. She didn't laugh, didn't cry, and never raised her hand. Her presence was unsettling, not because of what she did, but because of what she didn't do. Teachers tried to reach her at first, but gave up when weeks turned into months and still, silence. Students whispered that she came from the woods, that she lived in a haunted house, that she had died years ago and just didn't realize it. Every school has legends, but Elena was different. She didn't deny them. She simply existed, always alone, always quiet, like a breeze that passed you without warning. Some children said they saw her standing outside the school at night, watching the building long after it had closed. Others said she never blinked. One brave boy, Jason, once said hi to her only for her to stare through him, as if he wasn't even real. That was the last time anyone dared to get close. And so, for nearly 5 years, Elena moved like a shadow through the halls, her voice a mystery, her silence a presence stronger than most people's words. That is, until the fire. It happened during the last week of summer. The woods outside town erupted into flames after a lightning storm, and the air was thick with smoke. The school was turned into a temporary shelter. Sirens echoed. People ran. In the panic, a 6-year-old girl named Sophie went missing. Her mother screamed, firefighters searched, but no one could find her. That's when someone noticed Elena, not running, not afraid, simply walking toward the edge of the burning forest. People yelled, tried to stop her, but she didn't flinch. With smoke swirling around her and fire lighting up the sky like a nightmare, Elena disappeared into the trees. Minutes passed, then 20. People feared the worst. But then, out of the smoke, they saw her. Elena, barefoot, covered in ash, her dress blackened, holding Sophie tightly by the hand. The crowd gasped. Firefighters rushed forward. But before anyone could speak, Elena raised her head, looked into the crowd with those ghostly eyes, and said clear as day, "She's right here." 3 words. Just 3, and the entire town froze. For 5 years, she'd never said a thing. And now, when it mattered most, she spoke. And that voice, soft, steady, real, shattered the myth of the ghost. In the days that followed, the truth came out. Elena had lost both her parents in a horrific accident when she was just a toddler. The trauma silenced her. She had lived deep in the forest with her elderly grandmother, who homeschooled her until she passed away. The state placed her in school, but no one ever asked what she had been through. No one tried to understand her silence. She wasn't a ghost. She was a girl who had suffered more than most adults ever do, and yet, when everyone else panicked, she walked through fire to save someone else. Her silence was never emptiness, it was survival. And once she was seen, truly seen, everything changed. The same people who once feared her now greeted her. Teachers welcomed her voice. Friends slowly formed. And Elena, once only known by rumors and shadows, became a symbol of quiet strength. She began to speak more, not often, but just enough to remind people that she was still healing. And even though her words were few, every time she spoke, people listened because they knew that behind that calm voice was a soul who had walked through fire and come back carrying someone else.